love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a great day. We are still in Lucknow and this car that is standing behind me is a unicorn. अब हम लोगों ने अपनी सीरीज के लिए भी काफी गाड़ियां ट्रायल की हैं. And interesting enough, this is something that we were faced with as well. But ये गाड़ी मुझे finally लखनऊ में मिली है. Alright, let me just introduce this young fellow. And you are?
Garvit.
Okay.
Garvit.
So Garvit, एक बात बताओ. Let me just tell you a little bit about Garvit before Eagle you बात बताए. Garvit, you are a car enthusiast.
Yes, I am.
Right? Now you could have chosen any car in the world. Alright? And don't get me wrong, this is German tech at its best.
Yeah, it is.
Right? When we talk about fast German cars, this is top of the list.
Top of the list, yes.
So how did you come about getting this car?
Well, when I was looking, so my choice was between like a couple of Bentleys and then I would say a Lamborghini.
Okay.
But then that wasn't very practical because I live in UP.
Okay.
I live in Lucknow. And then I would have to send the car over to Delhi.
Right. For
servicing.
Okay.
Like this was very practical because I've had a few BMWs before this as well. And I've had great experiences with the
brand
dealer here. And I would say that when I looked at the reviews and everything, I thought that this is quite practical for me.
Okay.
For like touring as well.
Alright.
Maybe if I wanted to take this car from Lucknow to Delhi.
Right.
It would be a lot easier for me.
Okay.
Like, honestly speaking, I've taken this car from Lucknow to Delhi. I don't know how many kilometers it is, but on one tank.
So that's around about roughly, and we have done this tour as well. I did a whole series on my channel. And I did it in the MG ASTOR, standing behind. So I think it's roughly around about, correct me if I'm wrong, it's about 462 kilometers to Noida.
Yes.
From Noida, then it's further whatever X amount of kilometers. 50, 60 kilometers. Right. Achha, so on long route, so that we can consider that as a long route. And in the long route, yaar, M8 hai ye. And this is championship edition. Like I said, ye unicorn hai India mein. Right? We can actually count on our hands and say very confidently कि ये specific model and this specific breed does not exist as in numbers does other cars, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it must have been very challenging to actually getting this car here first, right?
I would say it wasn't as challenging because like I just talked to my dealer, he said that it's possible.
It's possible,
right? It's not impossible,
of course,
possible.
Of course, Divij. Of course, you have seen Divij in one of our previous videos when we did the BMW cover. And he's a young, dynamic person.
Yes, yes.
And he's always full of energy.
Yes.
So yes, he can make things happen. Right? Need motorwagon.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I got that wrong again. Right. Okay. So in the end of the day, like you said that you had options to go with the Lambo, right? And then you had other options, Bentley, right?
But then that would be, I would say, hassle to get it serviced.
So did you do a lot of R&D?
Say so.
Because it's like M5 was there, then the M2 was there, right? So when you did approach BMW, right? How is it that you got into knowing that you have the M8 available?
You know, Mr. Divij.
Yes.
I can just say that I told him that I wanted something.
Right.
And he made it happen.
But how did he notify you, or how did you have an understanding that M8 is doable? And why the M8?
Because I was told that a few units of M8 during the lockdown time are bound to come to India.
Okay.
So I said that I'm going to spec mine.
You're right.
Just try as hard as you can to make it possible that it comes.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
Just make it happen. Right. Achha, let's now talk about a little bit specifications about this car. Right. So now when you actually wanted to choose this car, this specific model, what is it that attracted you the most on this package? Because this is German tech at its best, right? So what was it that really said, okay, now wow, I have to get it?
I would say the feature that made me want to get it was, as I told you before, the cutoff feature it has. That it has 8 cylinders, but then if you drive it really slow, it goes into a quiet mode.
Okay.
I would say 4 cylinders. And it's economical as well. Doesn't use a lot of fuel. It's quiet. Can go under the radar at night, obviously.
So if you wanted to be promiscuous and you wanted to be above, like very quiet and subtle, you wanted to be like a decent person.
Yes.
So it's got that effect or motion in play where you can actually just turn it off and turn it on. If you want to go wild, you become wild.
Yeah, I can.
And if you want to be decent, it can be decent.
And I can also push it.
Okay.
Unlike other cars, like normal cars,
right?
I would say like 5 Series or the new 330 M330. I guess.
Yep.
340 is it?
Yep. Around about same. Yeah.
Something like that. So I can push it like to its limits.
Okay.
And I can get all the fun I can out of it.
I think the most fun you might have had, like I've seen you drive, right? And to get to this location, we were driving through, and of course, people were paying attention. And I know it's like a magnet, right?
It is.
It attracts that attention. You don't never encourage to do that crazy stuff because you want to play it safe. Even off camera, we were talking about you like playing it safe, right? But the most amount of fun you might have had on this specific car would be on a highway.
Yes, obviously.
Right? With open road.
When I'm going from Lucknow to Delhi.
Yes. So Lucknow Agra wala jo expressway hai, wahan pe to bhaiya, even I enjoy it. Also played with that area very well. Of course, because it's safe. We know for a fact that pedestrians are not going to come into play. Because you can't take that risk in where we live in the urban areas to do what we do with this car. That's what surprises me. In an urban area, you are living with one. It's a beast. It's a silent beast.
It is.
Agar hum kahe to it's a very, very silent beast, right? When it needs to pump, it'll pump. When it needs to be decent, it's decent, right?
Decent, yes.
Acha, let's talk about what is the most and the toughest thing that you have with this car. Right. I know we spoke about the humps.
Yes.
So do you find them challenging?
I would say so, because when the road's clear, it's easy to
maneuver.
Because I have to take it sideways and straight like in normal cars.
Right.
So mid traffic around 3-4 p.m. it's really hard because there's someone
always coming. Road sense nahi hai logo mein.
And they actually, because it's not as like common as in the UK here that a car like this is here. So they don't usually understand that I have to take it sideways.
Correct.
So they just pass.
So वो होता है कि they give you those glares and those little, मतलब ये क्या कर रहे हो? What they don't understand is कि इसका ground clearance बहुत low है. So you have to take that enough room to capacitate so that it doesn't touch under the body.
Right. हुआ है कि it has touched.
And heart है ना, वो heart में दिक्कत होती होगी. अच्छा, दूसरी चीज, tell me the most loved feature about this car. Let's leave the silent part out. What other feature that really, you every time you get into the car, it's fresh?
I'd say the 2 buttons it has, M1 and M2.
All right.
I've set one to the drift mode.
Okay.
And I've set one to the like crazy maxed out beast mode.
Okay.
So I started out on like the M2, which I've set to the beast mode.
Achha.
And when I started, the sound, it's like...
It's massive. It's just satisfying.
For me.
It's satisfying, right?
Satisfying.
It is satisfying. Now I'm going to ask you a golden question, and this will be a very interesting one. All right. So answer it as honestly as possible.
Okay.
Thank you. So when you got this car for the first time, how hard was it to learn everything?
Oh, it was.
It was
very hard.
Really?
Very hard. Yes. Especially you like got into.
I did.
You saw the gearing system.
I did. Yes.
It was pretty difficult for the first time to understand, because like when I got into the car when it was delivered, I was driving it on manual and I was like, why isn't the gear changing?
Right.
Right.
And it's because it's got pedal shifters and you have to do it that manually. But what's very interesting with what I find about or I know about the M8 is that how BMW has done the engineering in it. So they've given a lot of see, what they've done is basically you still have a manual mode in there,
Yeah.
but that manual mode is just what you need out of a car that is
Yes.
as sporty, as powerful as this. But they've automated it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, it's a mix of both. It's human, it needs a human interjection, and
It
it also
has a heart of it.
it's like it has its own mind, and it's so do you find it difficult, like मतलब शुरुआत में तो बहुत दिक्कत हुई होगी.
Now it's a lot easier.
Smooth, right? And how long have you had this car, by the way?
Don't know, time flies by. I think around
2 years?
2.5
years, 3 years. Okay. And how much kilometers have you done total?
16,000.
Wow.
I think I've done 15,000 in it,
Okay.
and my dad must have done 1,000.
Great. So matlab you have had fun with it.
I've had a lot of
Ample
fun
amount.
with it.
Anyways, I know we are getting darker. It's getting darker.
Yeah.
It's really getting darker. But here's what we're going to do, right? We are going to bring you back on the channel because there's one more BMW that you have
Yes.
that belongs to the same family.
Yes.
But then वो आपने एक जो statement मारी थी कि यार मैंने coupe ली थी because I already had other BMWs in the family and I needed something different but yet very powerful, something that could make a statement and could be unique at the same time.
Yes.
Right? So in the end of the day, right, we're going to bring you back very soon on the channel, right? Another video coming in with you.
Yep.
And we're going to cover that side of it as well, so that people can see the two sides you have, right?
Yeah.
One is this and one is that, of course, right?
Yes.
But I must thank you for taking that time out
You're always
and
welcome.
catching up with us, right?
Come back again.
Well, we are going to do a lot with this,
Yeah.
right? Now that I know that I have an M8
Yeah.
in my network,
Yes.
so I'm sure I'm going to get you involved with some of my internal network
Definitely.
to get this done even more exciting.
Yes.
Right. We'll make plans and we'll discover something more, right? But thank you very much, yeah? And you guys, please do take good care of yourself. Please subscribe, like, share, comment और घंटा होगा कहीं दबा दीजिएगा. We'll see you in the next video now. Bye.